Hello and welcome to Tales Across Time and Space. I'm Thomas, your game master, and I'm joined by Jane, ESP.
Hi, I'm Jane. Oh,
Sorry, that was unfair. Go ahead. Go
introducing
ahead.
ourselves thing when you say our name.
Yep. Yep. Go ahead. The ESP was just delayed on my part, so go ahead.
ESP, and I'm playing as Janox, the link, link breaker, whatever. Nobody.
Linksmith.
Link.
All right. I'm also joined by Radical Dishonesty.
Yeah, Radical Honesty. I'm playing Sohoy the Chosen One.
I'm also joined by Kitsune.
Hi, I'm Kitsune, and I'm playing Lara, the Mystic.
And last but not least, I'm joined by Zeistund.
Hello, and I'm Zyson, and I did not just wake up a few minutes ago, and I'm playing the discarded.
He's also playing Zeistund, so it's kind of repetitive.
Like I said, I did not just wake up just now. I did not.
Totally.
Yes, of course not.
Yes, and today we're still playing Interstitial Logos, but first some updates. As been mentioned, we are starting up our test Let's Play this Wednesday. We're going to be playing Link to the Past with as much randomizer. In fact, to make sure that I'll actually be creating the randomized ROM on the stream, so that you can see the settings. It'll share the feed if you want to play along at home. Hopefully it'll be fun. We'll see how that kind of pans out. Beyond that, also I want to, as you may see on the stream here, we got most of our character art in from the stream's artist, Carl. We have a link below for both his DVR and his Coffee account if you want to kind of support him with your whatever, show support for him for giving us this awesome art in like really quick turnaround times on this too. Is like,
I still have to talk about that. Okay.
yeah. But no, we'll once we get everyone, eventually we'll have everyone with art, and it'll be awesome and such. But so, I think that's about it for the announcements. With that out of the way, last time we had the various groups of people slowly converge on this new world that apparently had just phased back into existence. Of course, for So, who has lived on this world as far as back as he can remember, like 6 years, he has existed in this world. So, for it not existing, it seems to still exist for him. Hard to say, but you guys all saw a green light crashing near a massive gouge in the earth. Apparently hunted by a monstrous beast with tusks, razor-sharp bat wings, frontal grabbing claws, and massive talons. And this boneyard is a place where people dare not go. But something was in there, and Soho was cornered and forced to go in there, despite his better judgment. But yeah, and as you guys finally converged on the source of this light, you witnessed a green explosion that was more like a splash of water than a normal fireball. And in the middle there, you saw the creature face to face with a tiny blue alien wielding 2 laser pistols in two of his forearms and shouting "Mista Crista" at the creature. Before we continue, though, I want to point out here there is a slight retcon I have to make for those who watched the last episode. In my hurry, I forgot an important detail of what was going on. Basically, only Zeistun and Janox could actually see Stitch. Yes, it's Stitch out of some Lilo and Stitch. Though he looked a little peculiar. Specifically, Zeistun noted he looked similar to a lot of things from his home world, Pirates of the Caribbean. Anyways, that brings us to today's episode. What's the Stitch?
Hey.
So, as Stitch, the monster screeches in the air, yelling and shooting out breaths of lightning, out into that, and Stitch unloads both of his blasters into it, but does not seem to be phasing this creature. He digs while he's doing this though, Zeisand and Janox, you notice Stitch dig through his jump chute and pull out a glowing green orb. Everyone else see where Stitch is in their from their perspective. You see just a green light, and you just see this green light suddenly move in the air, shake for a moment, and suddenly fly towards the monstrosity. As Zeiston and everyone else sees it, the other two see it thrown at the monster. It does nothing to it. It bounces off of it, just kind of, and bounces on the floor, and then suddenly lets off a massive a green bubble basically starts expanding from it. What does everyone do?
Does this look like a dangerous bubble?
I don't know. Does it? Would you like would you like to deep dive on this?
Yes.
That is a good question.
do
I would
that.
also like to assess the situation a minute.
Well, Zeiston is the one doing this right now. We don't need everyone piling up on the perception checks. If you want to, you can try to limit break to help him, but you have to explain how you could help.
All right, give me a moment. I'll think about this.
I think this is our first deep dive, so
Oh no,
I mean, that's not. I did one last session.
Oh, okay.
it might be the first
So we don't
successful
need-
one. So, well, if you don't have anything on top of your head, we're just gonna have him roll so we can get moving here.
Yeah, just move. Go. It's fine.
alright,
All right, roll plus heart.
plus heart. Alright.
All right, that's actually my strength.
Yep, and my weakness, but let's do this. Come on,
Yeah.
Let's see, that's still a 7.
All right, you get to ask one. What here could I use to blink? What here is not as it seems? What is the best way out of this situation? What is the biggest threat here? What was done here recently?
I guess what the biggest threat is the best.
Yep. Yeah. The bubble, because the creature is closer to it. The creature seems completely unfazed, even less phased than the blast. It doesn't seem like the bubble's doing anything to the creature, so you suspect the creature itself is the biggest danger here.
Alright. So then, I guess I will just jump in and fight this.
All right. Both So and Laura, you both see this bubble as well. What are you doing?
So I come up. Hold on. Let me lay out the situation. I come up from the center. I see the big monster. I see that there is this bubble, and then there are other people.
No, you don't see
No?
the other people, except
I
for
don't?
until Zeistan passes through the bubble. Then suddenly there's a person in the bubble.
How big is this bubble now?
It's growing. It's basically it's spreading at, I would say, about a walking pace away from the center of the where the orb hit the ground.
Okay. So I see that there is. I kind of give it this sort of like, what is this look? Peering at the bubble.
Yeah, you notice it passes. You also see a little blue guy, a little alien creature appear in the middle there too, where basically you see the little ball of
my
light
character
bounce off
probably
that.
doesn't-
Yeah,
I guess my character might be like, an alien versus looking at it like, what do I see? A little four-armed monster thing.
yeah. I mean, he's wearing clothes and he's got giant guns that are shooting things.
Okay, sure.
Like you can interpret that however you want.
There are two creatures locked in combat. One looks adorable. One looks terrifying.
Yeah, the big creature just seems to be a constant regardless of what universe you're in.
Well, is the monster what's the monster doing? Because there's this orb and it's increasing, but there's a monster. Is
It
like the
it
big
doesn't seem to
monsters
be
looking at me?
paying any attention at all to this growing, like basically this field that seems to be growing to encompass everything.
Okay, but then so what is it doing to me? Is it noticing me? Is it attacking me?
Right now, it's trying to eat the four-armed alien, with mixed results.
Okay.
Mamaguista.
And there is a so it's doing that, and then there is there's a person there that is also doing what?
Well, what is he doing?
Yes.
Let's see. I'm going to use magnetism to lift myself up, and then I'm going to slam down on this creature. Dynamic entry.
Yeah. Okay. As you lifting as you go in, because you have to kind of get to the bubble to get to the creature. You kind of go in and you raise yourself up to you notice the bubble is not letting you go out.
Oh.
It kind of seems like actually no. Once you pass through the bubble, the bubble's gone.
Okay.
I'm thinking about how this works. Once you go through the bubble's gone.
Huh.
It just failed activate. Okay.
So
Nifty.
So you rise in the air and you strike down, and so give me a strike with intent there.
All right. A 10. Huzzah.
All right, so you get to pick 2 from the strike from with intent. Defend yourself from harm, deal great harm, or take control of the situation.
Let's see here. We're going to do great harm and then defend myself from harm.
All right, yeah. So you just kind of while it lunges down, it lunges its head down to try to take a bite out of Stitch, like a bite out of Crime. Except for suddenly there is a massive force of Zeisen coming down with his full magnetic pulse, using the world's magnetic field like Magneto, and just slams into its outstretched neck. Just kind of. You almost left him, Kevin. The head that got cut off King Ghidorah in the Godzilla movie. But he's a little sterner. At least it's not in that level of magnitude.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what you just witnessed. What's Laura doing right now?
I think she's going to continue going forward and investigating it.
So what are you doing about this field that's growing right in front of you?
I think I'm gonna go check it out.
All right. So as you kind of walk, it's coming towards you. So do you are you trying to stay out of it, or are you just letting it are you looking at it and just kind of letting it pass past you?
I think trying to stay out of it.
All right. Yeah. So
trying to kind of investigate it.
All right.
Without going right into the center.
All right. Since you're kind of looking at this differently, give me a deep dive. Roll plus heart.
Let's do these, right?
Yep. So you're rolling -1.
Okay.
That'd be
-9.
-1.
8.
But you still get to ask one of these questions here.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna ask what was done here recently.
Oh, that is a good question. Well,
That is probably a good one.
you can see because now you also can see both Zeisen and Stitch in this in the middle of this field. It seems to be that this field, based on where it's going, seems to come from the orb that you also now see in the middle thing, which was right where that light was that you were able to see in the middle of the field. So apparently, what you can suspect is maybe this orb is creating effectively a portal to another world. And based on what you were told from Merlin about this world appearing and disappearing, this might be connected.
Yes.
So
that sounds possible.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you can kind of gain from your tutelage. But that you see, the field is picking up speed. So anyone who wants to stay out of it will need to give me a mastery push through stress, or otherwise become in the field. So that applies to Laura, Janox, and Sahoy.
Okay.
I actually head straight.
So Zeiston already went through it perfectly fine. I guess I'll attempt to get through it.
Well, you don't need to roll anything to go through it. You have to roll something to stay out because the field is picking up speed.
8.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. Well,
Right.
I'm
what's my
trying
mastery?
to.
You have no mastery links.
Am I not?
Okay, so 8.
Oh, what'd you say, Brad?
Yeah, I actually, in response to this, okay, you have the chance to leave. I actually go straight in.
All right. Yeah, so you see a wild boy appear suddenly from one of the other sides of the bubble. So you're saying Janox also goes in?
I'm still kind of analyzing the situation. I'm a little.
Well, either you're going in, or you're going.
I was going to make, but.
Or you can push through stress to try to stay out.
Well, I'm going through. That's fine.
All right.
I don't mind going.
You see another person, and Laura, have you encountered any people in these particular black cloaks before?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's 2 people in those.
Lots of times.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I
good.
don't know. I assume we're not anything like the organization.
Well, I
We
mean,
just
the
happen-
You're in an organization black cloak.
to be fair, Mickey
Yeah,
wears those
exactly.
cloaks. Riku wears
I'm
those
just-
cloaks.
I'm just curious.
Yes, but I've also
depending
run
on
into
the interaction.
Zigbar.
Yeah, the question
Specifically,
is, would she think-
Zigbar.
All right.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just.
She was saying that more to me.
Zigbar.
In
God.
other organization 13 members, or would you think we're this new organization that's been showing up apparently?
I think in general, basically, it's that right now I just bad.
I mean,
bad
in
juju
a way,
with organization members.
Yeah.
In general,
in a way, you're kind of probably right now, like, going to be setting, like, at very least your policies for it. Do you enthusiastically get engaged in things, or do you stand back and try and see what's going on more?
So you get to pick one from the list because you rolled a 8 there. So you can either succeed at what you're doing and stay out of the bubble, take +1 forward, ask a question about the situation, or whatever the last one is because I don't remember what. Secure an advantageous position.
I'm gonna gain an advantageous position.
All right, so you try to stay, you're trying to stay out because you don't know what's going to go on, but you manage to get yourself. Okay, what kind of position does Laura want to be in when fighting a giant winged monster like this?
Well, considering the fact that I fight using distance, because I have a bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to keep myself at a distance where it's a spot that I can still hit it.
All right, so you managed to find a convenient spinal column and kind of while there and kind of get yourself a nice little perch.
Yeah.
A little further back, but where you can kind of get
up, basically.
Yeah, where you can get up, and if you need to, you can quick slide down and get cover as you need to. So, but you also all 3 of you, as you pass as the bubble passes you, the bubble is gone as soon as it passes, and you can see everyone here. You guys can see Laura perched on top of a spinal column like a sniper. You see a wild boy charging at the beast. You see an alien in the middle with blasters, and you see one person in the normal organization coat and one person just kind of casually wearing an organization coat. And all up here.
I'm like, my character art is what I would look like in casual. Right now, I assume I just look like any normal organization.
Okay, I wasn't sure because when we were
everything.
describing your look, you said you kind of wore it open, and so I figured that's just how you wore it.
Well, I was thinking like on a casual case. I guess since we are traveling a bit, since I didn't expect us to get in combat, I guess it's a little open right now. Maybe
Okay,
a
that's
little
fine.
bit more relaxed. I'm just.
Also, he's got.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to work out all this stuff.
Is your yo-yo out?
Personality in it.
Is Januk's yo-yo out? Sorry.
Well, at this point, no, he does not have his yo-yo out because
Okay.
he's trying to analyze this creature and is ready to call it if he needs to.
All right. Well,
But I think he's kind of analyzing the situation, decided currently this monstrosity is more of a threat than the little alien, and he'll have to deal with both of them somehow in a bit. So he's going to just casually start walking forward into the bubble or whatever.
mm-hmm. And then you can see all the other. You basically see all the other player characters. I don't feel like describing them for like a fifth time at this point. But yeah, so I'll put a pause on you because you're kind of going at this. All right. So what are you doing to this thing as you're charging forward?
Who you?
I said so.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, this is the problem with that name because it sounds like you just did it as a second.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like, so what are you doing?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, which person? Oh, I'm sorry. This is the problem with this name.
Yeah, I should say so.
Right. I'm gonna strike with intent. Let me roll for that really quick.
All right. So
I'm gonna use.
What are you striking with?
Grade. Can I not say until I decide what I roll?
All right. Yeah, you just.
Until I see what I roll. Like if I fail, then I'll tell you what I'm trying to do, and you can resolve it. If I succeed, I'll just say what I'm doing.
Okay.
Good. 7.
All right. You get to choose one.
Yeah, I'm gonna myself from harm. What he's gonna do is he's going to, without jumping in too close, he's going to inhale, like do this big, what's the term? Big theatric move back, and then he's gonna basically spit what seems to be like a bullet of water directly into the face of the monster.
Yes. Yes.
It's water cannon.
Very
Water
nice.
gun.
I love it.
So you
So
water
gross. I
gun.
love it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, you smash it right in the face. It just lunges. It just kind of flips in the air, just not expecting that at all. Honestly.
Right. That's why I like I would have to do something more complicated if I did a great success. But without a great success, I just stay at range and hit it with a ranged thing.
Yeah. So it's just like it is just thrashing and just kind of. It's still being peppered.
I'm trying to remember how we described it last time.
It is a giant like T-Rex, like it's got big legs and wings and tiny little arms and tusks.
Well, I think I know how I'm going to do it.
Chimera type thing.
Yeah, it's very
To be
much.
honest, I wish I had jumped in earlier so that I could say that it like has wings, but no, like its arms are wings, so it looks like a Monster Hunter monster. But yeah,
Well, someone specifically
Alright.
after you specifically said they wanted to have the arms on it because if it wasn't for that, I was going to say it doesn't have the. I was going to go for more of the Wyvern look.
yeah, but someone actually already said that he has small arms, so he has small arms.
Okay.
Yes, I did. That was me who said he had small arms. Because
Big head and small arms.
yeah, little arms and big head.
I
don't think you thought this through.
I love that movie so
We should
much.
rewatch that next weekend.
We should. I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah. But yes.
All right.
So
seeing that this thing is currently probably partly distracted, I'm going to proceed to hold out my hand and try to conjure some beams of light to see if I can clip this thing's wings.
All right. So are you
Keep it on
going
the
to?
ground.
Are you just trying to fight it, or are you trying to do something more complicated than that?
Well, the idea is clipping its wings to reduce its mobility.
All right. Well,
So
Part two of the plan
he's
will be
asking
coming up
basically
in
if
a
you're
moment.
going to do strike with intent or cast magic.
Oh, I'm totally striking with intent.
okay.
Okay, well, all right.
With
All
the
right.
goal of cutting its wings off.
I mean,
well-
you can't cut its wings with strike with intent. You can just deal damage to it. I guess take control of the situation is that.
Yeah. So to
Yeah,
actually
I
injure
don't
the.
know the exact situation I need here.
Yeah. So basically, if all right. So to cut it to do that and actually, basically ground the beast, you'll have to you'll have to do a strike with intent and then take control of the situation.
All right. So, yep, that's what I thought.
So roll
So,
plus dark.
That's at least a neutral stat. Oh, that's right. That's not. I do that. There we go. Okay, that's how you do it properly.
So you have 0 dark.
Yep. Right now I have 0 dark.
All right. You are going to take some harm as you charge up the light energy in your hand, about ready to blast forth at its wings, when suddenly the tail it just kind of turns around tails and knocks you off the ground and onto your back, and kind of knocking also knocking Stitch up into the air along with the orb. So Laura,
Yes.
certainly there is a blue alien in the air, and this creature is just lashing around. What do you do?
I'm going to shoot at the creature.
Okay. Not the alien creature, right?
Not the alien creature.
The alien is
go for the
adorable.
big
None of us
thing.
want to hurt the alien right now.
Well, I figure I'm going to go for the big thing that is currently lashing around and that could be a danger to others.
All right, so roll.
And that feels like the better answer.
All right, so and I assume you're striking to kill.
Yeah.
So roll plus dark.
What's my dark?
0.
5.
All right. So you shoot the arrow through the air, but unfortunately it catches sight of you at the top of your spire.
Fuck.
And breathes lightning again towards you, incinerating your arrow, and you slide it's basically you have to slide out of your position to not be completely fried, but you take 1 harm as the residual electricity courses through your body. So, as the Janok, this one thing you specifically noticed, because you're not you weren't actually as engaged in the fight as everyone else is at the moment. Both the blue alien and the orb seem to have disappeared.
Darn it, he dimension hopped.
Well,
Or gone invisible. I don't know.
you just don't know where they are.
Yeah.
They were in the air a moment ago, but then you got knocked over, and now you don't know where.
So did I see him just poof out, or did I lose sight of him?
You lost sight of them because you got tripped by the sweeping tail. Zyson.
Okay.
It's breathing lightning at that figure on the spinal column, and you're kind of floating above it. What do you do?
First, I'm going to say, is anyone else here? Nope. All right. I'm going to land on this creature's head, and basically, like, a chain, like, tail's going to come from my back, and it's going to strike at this thing like a scorpion.
Okay.
Just go for the face.
Okay. So, strike with intent there.
I'm a one-trick pony.
Oh, you mean one trick nobody?
7.
All right, you get to pick one.
Let's strike with great harm.
All right. So, you stab it in the face. Unfortunately, you stab it right in the middle of its charging its lightning breath again, and that electrical current shoots up your metal chains and shocks you. You take a point of harm.
Right. Lightning.
So, but as you hear, all of you suddenly hear a loud sound from the distance. You hear like a bung, and then you start feeling a rumbling. It's growing louder, stronger, closer.
Obviously, I need to get on my feet.
And just for a set of the scene, you guys are kind of basically at the opposite cliff face from where Sohoy originally slid down. So you're basically at one of the edges of the crater here. And you start hearing, as it gets really getting loud, and you start hearing little... And suddenly, off the top of the cliffs, you see a strange green thing fall off and start spinning. It looks really weird. It looks kind of... Is that a cactus? And then you see another. And more. Then you see basically a stampede of these things, and then needles flying everywhere. What do you do?
Is this what I think it is?
Cactuar stampede?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes!
I realized there was one iconic Final Fantasy monster I did not get to use last week.
You didn't get to use a chocobo.
I mean, there are a
That's not
bunch
a
of
monster.
iconic Final Fantasy monsters you haven't used because there's
But-
so many. But
Yeah, but ones that are like really, really iconic kind of thing. Like, at least for me. Or maybe just iconic blue magic ones.
Boys.
I was gonna say you didn't use a behemoth.
No, but those exist in Kingdom Hearts already.
I know.
So. But yeah, basically there's a Cactuar avalanche / stampede coming out at you.
Oh,
A cactuar
great.
avalanche, you could say.
Yep. What is everyone doing to avoid this?
Are they metallic needles or just
They are plant cactus needles. There's just
Uh,
thousands of them.
So,
I'm going to wrap myself in chains, Gar the desert style.
Okay.
so my little perch, does it have like a tree?
Your perch was a spinal column, so you could climb back up it and hope they don't get up that
I'm
high,
gonna climb back up it.
and maybe like duck in the middle of it to kind of shelter you
Yeah,
from the needles.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. What's because you've encountered this little roving band of cactuses before, so you have a little experience about what they can do.
right. Well, everyone's gonna probably be defending from harm, I guess.
I know. I'm
Well,
going to only have one person roll a move for this. I just want everyone's description of what they're doing.
Right.
Okay, out of
So
role play
actually, is
side,
going
obviously, each creature is a plant life, so I'm going to conjure a pillar of fire to hopefully deter them coming my way.
Okay. And what? So what's So doing?
to. They're headed directly this way.
They're basically coming down the cliffside from right above you. So. Basically, you're at the bottom of a cliff with a Cactuar avalanche coming down on you.
Sure. I got. Okay. I'm gonna try this. I'm actually going to try and run up ahead of the group, and I'm going to try and knock down like a bone
Mm-hmm.
to make them have to avoid it by turning.
Okay, so you're trying to redirect
the
the flow.
The big move to defend everything.
All right, that's good because I was gonna have you. You're the one I was gonna have roll the defend from harm move because I think you have the best light in the group.
Yeah. I do it, but it costs me.
All right.
Or
so
you make a move.
So you either do you want to spend that?
So
Because you have that one link, you can re-roll that one.
okay, sure.
So if you want to spend that.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
literally
Do
rolled
exclamation
two
mark.
more ones by that. So I'm pretty sure I rolled another one.
No. All right. Well, you still.
So I still expose myself to a thing, but basically my character runs up forward, and this is the big thing. In his hand he summons a weapon, that looks suspiciously like a key, which he then wedges like boom at the edge of something, edge of a bone that is up there, and like kicks it in, causing the bone's like structure to fall, and the entire thing falls down forward.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do for my move. in the ensuing like thing, you're basically, because of the way you use use the keyblade there, it's going to be just temporarily unavailable for you for a bit here. Basically, you put it under too much stress and it kind of poofed for a moment, and it's going to take time to reform.
Sure, it's theoretically stuck where it is somehow.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, but it's just the boat. All of you guys are kind of taking cover on your own, but then this random person you have never seen before in your life runs up and just diverts the entire flow of the cactuars, who kind of bank around one of the edges of it and then pass through. Also, he affects it, but not before the creature is overrun with the cactuars and shrieks in agony as over 10,000 needles are stabbed into its flesh. It's a cactus eats monstrosity world out there.
What kind of a world is this where the plants eat the monsters?
But
this isn't even the first plant monster they fought.
No, it's not. I don't know. Honestly, the plant monsters are some of the worst ones in Final Fantasy games.
Oh yes.
But yeah, so the stampede flows and actually eventually rewrites itself and basically demolishes that spire of bone that the creature had built up in the center of the crater, and just eventually makes their way up a wall, pile of cactuar, like World War Z style. It's just eventually they get up, and there's a few ones rolling around the area still like a tumbleweed, but they don't seem to be a threat on their own right now. So, yeah. That's what happens.
Zeiston is gonna.
My character, sort of collapses on his butt, like, and looks over to everyone else.
The chains just kind of unwind, and Zeiston looks very. The hell just happened?
Laura kind of drops down from her perch.
Okay, tell me if this is just my thought here based on what you said here. Do you run up and like hold at knife point Zeiston and say what is, like, ask him what the organization's doing here?
Yes.
Because I feel like that's something your character wants to do.
Yeah. She does also carry a sword,
yeah. So Zeiston lands, and suddenly there is you see a medieval-looking warrior holding a sword to your throat, suddenly. What do you say?
What is the organization doing here?
I'm just going to look at the sword and just going to make it grow heavier and say, why don't you put that down?
Why should I?
So it is feeling heavier, but I figure with your training, you're strong.
Yeah.
He's strong.
Like, it's definitely cumbersome. Like, if you actually went to fight, I would give Dustin the interfere on it, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So what did you say last? Just to start the conversation here. Because he said, why don't you put that down? Then you responded. You can respond.
Why should I?
Yeah, why should I? Okay, that's where we are.
Because I don't think you want to handle a 2-on-1 fight.
I personally would rather we avoid fighting in the slightest. I'm going to slowly start walking closer to them. Not just casually, just casual. Not even like trying to be aggressive about it, just casually walking towards to both of them.
I figure, like, hands open in the air, like, not in a non-threatening gesture kind of thing. Like,
yeah, just kind of like strolling.
Okay. So what do you do?
I think for now, I'm going to lower my weapon. because, I'm smart enough to not try a 2-on-1 fight, even though I could probably handle myself in it. Because, along with wielding weapons, I also have magic.
I'm not saying you couldn't.
But I'm basically going to kind of hold off until, some form of my usual backup shows up.
What's all going on out here? You hear from your bird in your little bird caddy, I guess. I don't know. Where is the bird carried on you normally? Shoulder.
Obviously, he's taking
He
a
cut
nap
you.
in her backpack like Rowlet does.
I don't have a backpack.
Like you suddenly find him. He's out of breath. Finally flops onto your shoulder. You lost me when everything exploded. What's all this?
Were you seriously sleeping through all of that?
No, I was sleeping until you exploded the woods.
I didn't explode the woods.
Well, I don't think it was anyone else that I was sleeping on.
Because you
Yep,
knew
that's
that I
totally
exploded
her.
the
It's
woods.
her fault the woods exploded.
A talking fowl. Interesting.
Yes, the talking owl.
I'm no
They seem
fowl. I
I'm
am
no
a
fowl.
dignified, intelligent bird. An owl.
My apologies, Mr. Owl. I'm going to give like a very small bow of respect to the owl.
Yeah, he is very small. He's a small
I'm
bee.
going to just poke its head.
Nah, stop that! He raises a wing and just kind of... I don't know what Merlin sees in you!
Maybe because unlike some people, I do something other than just sleep and eat.
I advise the king!
You're getting fat.
I'm not fat, I'm fluffy!
I approve of all the fluff.
In feathers and gully fluffs! You'll be the grave of me!
I have a feeling this is a very highly accurate.
Portrayal, yes.
Excellent. I approve highly.
Well, you may refer to me as Archimedes, not foul. He glares at Zeistand.
It stands for fat owl.
Merlin's gonna hear about this, you know.
And what do you think he's gonna do about it?
Well, I will berate him thoroughly until he does something.
You really think that's gonna work?
It worked with Arthur. Of course, that ended up with Madame Mim, so... mixed bag on that one.
And how long ago was that?
An owl does not discuss his age!
You're an old man.
I am not a man!
You're an
Look at,
old bird.
Gonna look at
Very
Janox.
casually, as she's arguing with this bird, I'm gonna like casually just try to pull Dustin away from her sword point.
Oh, she put the sword down already.
I put the sword down because I
good.
figured I'm gonna wait till, we get into a place where my backup is actually somewhere around.
He
have
just
to
kind of huffs off and kind of crosses his wings and just kind of sits on your shoulder looking away from you.
Please don't tell us these are the people we were looking for.
I don't think so.
My character is sitting up, watching the conversation, sort of looking back and forth between whoever's yelling.
I mostly imagine most of us are just kind of watching the bird argue with Laura.
So, who are these? You're not slacking off
Well,
and
after such a-
partying?
Partying?
Could be.
Last
Well,
time
after,
was Lancelot's fault?
Oh, sure, it's always Lancelot's fault. You should know better!
He's very convincing.
Very... I like how you're just so casual about it. It's very...
He's very convincing.
He kind of flies over to Sohoy and looks you up and down. So who are you then?
Who are you?
That's racist!
That was out of character, by the way.
Okay, that didn't actually
Wait,
happen.
She's not that much of a troll to him. She is a troll to him, but not that much.
Oh, pretty trolly, but not... Come on.
Yes.
She does enjoy trolling her owl every once in a while.
Alright, so, yeah. So, Brad, you were saying?
Well, my character, opens his mouth to say something. He's like, he knows he should respond. He's like,
What's the matter? Can't put your tongue!
You're a bird.
And so I can't use traditional idioms?
Cats eat you.
They haven't eaten me yet.
I'm gonna feed you to the fat one.
You wouldn't dare.
The one in the barn.
Arthur would hear
As
of
much
it.
as I would like to stay here and watch the entertainment, we have a job to do. So I think we will take our...
At this, when you go to take your leave, you suddenly find an owl hovering in your face.
I'm going to be approaching this individual who seems to be having problems.
Yeah. So, as I said, you have an owl in your face. Where do you think you're going? I know that I can recognize that cloak anywhere. You're up to no good.
Whether I'm up to good or not is none of your concern.
I'm sorry, but oh, sure. It's maybe not been my concern, but it's her concern, and I'm fortunately stuck with her, so it's therefore my concern.
Obviously, what I'm going to do here is he's arguing with Dustin. I'm walking up to this voiceless person, and I'm going to kind of give him a look over to see if they're trying to say something.
I kind of and then he closes his mouth. He just waves, even though he's probably less than a foot. He's probably 3 feet away from you.
I'm probably like, what? Does cat got? Is that owl correct? Can you speak at all? Do you know how to talk? Yeah or no? You can nod up and I'm gonna pull down my hood. At this point, I'm actually gonna pull down my hood and revealing my face. And I go, I'm going to nod yes or no in the proper facing.
He kind of looks at you. He kind of does and then he shrugs instead.
All right, I'm gonna sigh heavily. I'm gonna hold out my hand, and I think it's time to use my Linksmith skill.
Okay. So what are you trying to do?
I want to see if I can revert his vocal cords a little bit here by, if I can modify memories back a little bit to at least give him enough ability.
It would probably be less like modify memories and more and closer to finding something and pulling it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it basically you're kind of just pushing the memory from that. All right, so
I'm gonna try to reach in to see if there's a memory that would cause him to have some sort.
So do you? Okay, so I think you're going
vocal response.
All right. So do you try to reach out to touch? And does Soho recoil or let if he does that, does does Solo let Janox touch them?
Yeah, in this case,
It
yeah.
really depends on how
In
he's
this
extending his
situation,
hand
I think it would
that
be.
I have the difference between a comedic reaction, a suspicious reaction, or an accepting one.
Oh, you could totally do any of them. It's up to your character.
Well, how do you
I mean, like I say, how are you
in this
reaching
situation?
forward?
I'm being frank about it in this situation, so.
Well, I don't know what that means. My character doesn't know what that means.
I mean,
Are you just like reaching your hand towards my character's face, or remember he's still sitting down right now? He hasn't gotten up yet.
probably like reaching down to give you like help you to your feet. Probably.
Oh, you're offering a hand to me?
Yes, I'm offering my hand to you.
Oh, this yes, he knows. So he grabs your hand.
All right, that is a physical connection. So
Yes.
thus, I will try to linksmith it.
Yeah. So since unfortunately there is no existing links because we haven't reached that point yet, we're gonna
Yes.
kind of leave this in more of a
Normally linksmithing is basically just yes.
But
Oh, I was actually going to use one of my skills. Darn it.
well, yeah, it's just because unfortunately we normally you're supposed to start with a group already together, but we're kind of doing that a little out of order.
It's all good.
So first I will give you a little bit of information though, and it's because of this. Like you reach back to the memories, and suddenly you hit a wall. Like there is a point where you can't touch the memories. It's not like there is a void or anything. Like the memories are gone. There is a wall.
I'm going to.
You found you did find stuff for like some language and such from earlier on, but there's this wall that like you can't go further back. So.
Okay, and that's intrigued. My character is now intrigued because he's, of course, he helps up this guy to his feet and go, feeling better.
Anyway, that it does mean that they brought forward memories of talking, right?
Yeah, from your earliest
Okay.
time, so you kind of just basically awakened those memories again.
Yes.
I know the process can be a little, sometimes can be a bit interesting for different individuals. What's your name?
Kind of like looks like he's staring out, like that gives the 1,000 yards. I'm kind of gives that 1,000-yard stare of.
Having a problem remembering.
So
hoy.
Nods. Yes.
I see. Well, Sohoy, seems like you're having some issues remembering things correctly, right? How long have you been out here?
Always.
Just in the background, you're hearing the Zeist and the bird arguing. And another thing, you dress like a lout!
Well, I have a very good friend of mine who might be able to help you figure things out if you would come with us.
What does Laura do about? Because I assume you're still listening in on this.
Does this friend wear a black cloak too?
Hey, I'm gonna at this point, I'm literally going to make cut of the I do on my character art, and I'm like, hun, when you have what you do, you got to make it look good.
Also, I'm gonna paraphrase Princess Bride here. Oh yes, they're terribly comfortable. I feel like everyone will be wearing them in a couple of years. It's true.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's very accurate.
Mm-hmm. She just kind of glares at him.
Thysten, you're finally just pushing past the bird. Like you have wasted enough of your life with this
foul.
And you witness. Remember that green streak that crossed the sky that you were kind of following here?
Mm-hmm.
You see it. You see it launching up into the sky again, and you're closer, much closer this time, and you see what looks like a red spaceship. Got the red one.
All right, Dyson is going to run up and then magnetize his feet to the spaceship.
All right. Well, it's already up in the air, so I don't think I don't know I don't think your power is the extent that you could go up almost a mile in a few seconds.
Okay, then I will shoot a chain.
You could yell to me to try to give you a little bit of a boost, but I don't think we're gonna be able to reach it.
I could try to get over here, Scorpion style, my way up.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna let you try this one. This is gonna
Grappling
be
hook.
a push with stress with dark links. So +0.
Don't you mean grappling hook?
So with dark links, that is
0 right now because no one's had their time to build their links.
Oh, okay, so just a straight up roll.
Yep.
Let me just quickly look at over my move. I could use my darkness as my weakness here. When I need to overcome an obstacle, roll in dark.
Except for you're not rolling dark, you're rolling dark links.
Oh, okay.
So
What are you doing again?
he's trying to grapple the spaceship.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll just do that then.
Mm-hmm.
So just 2D.
Yeah, just a type exclamation part roll.
9.
All right. Actually, you know what? I should have add your dark to this because you are totally doing an interfere.
All right, then that would be an 11.
Yeah, I just realized that's totally an interfere. All right, so they don't do it. So they don't blast off where they're going, but they're not landing on this world. So you hit the ship, but the thing it spirals off out of control. So basically, wherever it's going, it's not where they want to go either.
No, you don't.
Oh no, Stitch is blasting off again! Doing!
We can't lose the boy.
All right. Anyway, so my character looks at the this is the golden-haired person in front of me, right?
Yep.
Janox. I'm
Yep.
like, all right, who you?
Oh,
Point.
pardon me. I do wish to be a little more. I'm Janox.
The angry one with the grappling hook. Sorry, that's just... I just picture you.
I was about to say, and that is my compatriot, Zeiston.
There's another kind of clumsy way of like, hi.
What about you, miss? I'm gonna look over at Laura. Laura.
How do you know the remnants?
Introducing yourself.
Yeah. I'm Lara. I am a knight of the Round Table.
I could have guessed that. Your regal friend there.
Flattery! Get you nowhere!
So how do you know the remnants?
You don't know the remnants.
I don't know them personally.
No, you basically their MO is basically no one knows them.
Yeah, I don't know them.
Look, I can state now, I know our fashion's been worn. To be honest, we have completely different goals than that group.
Do we actually know about Organization 13?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean,
like
old nobodies.
I mean,
We're
I kind of
talking about
figured,
how in
why would
this
you
session
wear
we
the
were
cloak
looking
if you
for
didn't?
This is thing, so
Why would you be nobodies who deliberately wear the cloak if you weren't like, yeah, there was an organization?
Because the cloak, that's not what the cloak was originally used for. The cloak was originally used to move between the dark corridors.
yeah.
Yeah,
But-
the cloaks have a function, so.
The cloaks have a function.
yeah, they do have a
other than
function. But
just-
remember, also in
the
session 1,
organization
we
wasn't
established
even the first
we
people
were
to
after
wear them.
Zemnis's reports.
Yeah, no,
Those
you guys
at least
are
know
aware
of
of the you're aware of the organization, at least in the sense of you've cleaned up some of their messes, some of the stuff they left behind before.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and Laura is involved with the Knights of the Round Table, which since she
Round
thinks
Table,
of Arthur
who
as
has
like
dealt with the-
connected.
Yeah, who has dealt
So-
with the organization
Yes,
many
yes.
times.
Okay.
Now that we got that cleared up. Look, I know you probably think we're that group, but we're not. We're a we're just the cleanup crew.
Cleanup
Yeah.
crew. Really?
Yeah.
And here I
So-
thought that
so-
was my job.
And I'm
Really?
cleaning,
You
and,
also
and
know
I'm the one who
about
cleans
stuff?
up after
Well,
you.
Then.
You don't need to clean up after me!
Well then, like hearing about this, like she's gonna like start slowly approaching her and just kind of like wrap my arm around her shoulder like that confident way of like. Well,
I'm
then,
gonna elbow him in the ribs.
work together to help handle these situations.
You were just elbowed in the ribs.
Ow!
Originally, my thought was going to be you grab the arm that's around your shoulder, remove your arm before I break it.
Yeah, oh,
The elbow works too, though.
Yes.
I gotta like grip my teeth a little bit and go. That's a good one there. Sorry.
Next time, it's going to
You
be
know,
something
I'm just-
sharper.
You know, I don't see why we can't get along. You know, you clean up messes. We're cleaning up messes. I don't see why we shouldn't just.
Hey, pause. I'm going to pause your conversation because this is happening at the same time. So you hear like you're the only one who hears it. You hear kind of like a beeping or like some kind of noise that seems to be coming from the center where the spire of bone was. It's not something you're familiar with, but it feels familiar in a different kind of way.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean Tower of Bone was? I look over in the direction.
Because basically, remember when you were sneaking through, there was a tower of like a pile of bone that was the beast's perch, and then I mentioned the cactuars basically crashed right through it and demolished it. And now there's where that was over basically in the center where it was. You're feeling like you hear a beeping, kind of familiar but unfamiliar noise to you.
I don't know why it's familiar, but I clearly the noise is familiar, right?
Yep.
But like you said that there used to be the Tower of Bone. Is the Tower of Bone gone? Was it?
Yeah, it smashed completely to pieces, and the bone got kind of scattered.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I look on over, but I look back because people.
So all right, Jane, you can continue your little spiel
If
there.
no one is looking at me, whoever is not talking.
I think I would say Zeiston is not
This is happening
invested
right
in
as I
this
was playing
conversation.
about how we should work together.
Right.
Yeah.
So I poke Zeiston's shoulder.
Yeah, maybe Zeiston might notice because I'm currently trying to convince Laura a truce. Basically.
I just don't want to be touched.
I have been poked. I look towards the new person and go, and yes, boy?
Where come from?
That is rather...
No people here. Where are you from?
Well, aren't you people?
No other people.
Zyson's gonna have a little smile and
Nobody.
say, well,
nobody
that's
talk. Goblins kind of talk. Mostly nobody talk.
that's a rather complicated story. I'm from a world of water with massive ships.
Atlantica? In canon,
Okay.
in character. You have to remember, her job is
I know. I
world
was just more like, oh, you're just completely ignoring Janox to listen into this other conversation.
Yeah, I was just trying to be friendly, and you're like immediately pip into this other conversation.
Port Royal, actually.
Or the Caribbean, should we say? But
Oh, yeah.
So you're a
Science
pirate.
not
So
called
you're a
pirate. In my other job, yes. You're quite informed for off-world.
I world hop.
So, why are you here?
We're looking for something that doesn't belong.
Does beeping not belong?
I like that.
I think it's at this point that Zyson would notice the beeping.
Everybody kind of like, no. If I assume that the response from everybody
beeping.
kind of look there, and I point towards the center.
Yeah, because I'm picturing that is because, like, Sohoi is so in tune with what sounds belong that something that doesn't belong is going to catch his attention right away. Yeah, there's
Exactly.
a faint, very faint beeping now that someone has pointed out, like, where and that it's existing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm going to try to magnetize the thing into my hand.
I mean, it's
You
pretty far away,
you
right?
find
now.
a femur that is strangely metallic, but that is not what the beeping is coming from.
A femur?
I'm gonna
Yeah, a femur.
Like
I'm gonna go ahead and hop down
Yeah,
and start
there's-
heading towards the beeping.
Basically, if it's a monster that I can think of, it can exist in this world. That's my only rule here.
Oh,
Oh, totally.
souvenir. Zyson
This
will.
is obviously.
Wait.
I wonder if there's a wild area of Final Fantasy. Name this, or just kind of that open-ended. Any kind of critter could live here.
Yeah.
It's like those. I guess. I mean, I know there's like dungeons in Final Fantasy. Just entirely there, it's optional dungeons. That's what I'm kind of imagining this world is, except as a open instead of a dungeon.
So
Yeah, you're talking over people a lot.
But yes, on hearing this, I'm going to tell Zyston, keep an eye on him, and I'm going to go ahead and go to investigate the beeping.
All right. As you kind of go over there, you see there seems to be something in the massive pile of bone. It takes you a bit to walk over there because massive crater, and this is pretty much smack in the center of it. When you get over there, there's a ship. It looks very cube-like.
Oh, is this the red shit Dustin saw earlier?
No.
Where's the charge cord?
A cube-like ship, though. Huh.
Yeah, it's made out of cubes.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
I'm
you
going to
see
go-
some strange-looking characters on the side of it. Ones that you're not immediately familiar with. Characters as in, like, letter characters, not characters
Yeah,
as in...
I know this. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of writing characters.
I was just making sure if I was coming
Obviously,
across.
I'm going to call one of my yo-yos. Let out a yell. Hey, is someone in there?
No one responds.
Do you need any help?
No one responds.
My character walks straight up, kind of like thumps on the side. By the way, the text.
It looks familiar to you.
Okay,
It's one of the few things of like text you've seen in your time here.
Right.
I guess I will
Kind of
like.
like knock on the side of it though.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's looks kind of like a rocket spaceship. For the uninitiated, there's a little like a dome on top, which like you let you look into like an interior cockpit. But yeah, like it doesn't seem to be in terms from the look of this thing, especially with people who are more familiar with this kind of craft. It looks like it's been here for a while.
At a meta level, I don't know if there's something we would recognize in character, but is it a gummy ship?
Oh, it is totally a gummy ship.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely that.
Yes.
I mean, as soon as I said it was made out of cubes, I'm pretty sure you should have figured that out.
Excellent.
I think we found the thing that doesn't belong.
All right.
X, I will point out one thing though. You were told to retrieve an orb.
Oh. Which the orb that changed to a ship, or?
Nope. But Genox did remember both the orb and the alien disappearing around the same time.
I assume that little blue critter. I'm gonna have to find it again. Man, what a bummer.
While I'm watching you talk, I'm like, why are you here?
Oh, actually, I totally forgot something happened.
Literally no preamble, no hi, no getting your attention. Just sort of says it out of nowhere.
So, yes.
Well, we were here to investigate.
We're looking for that orb.
I know, I'm really tired, honey.
I'm pretty sure that little blue furball we saw has it, what we were looking for. Of course, got away.
So, all right. Since we're gonna also need to spend some time creating everyone's initial links with each other because you're supposed to start off with some amount of links. We're gonna end with this last scene here where the ship suddenly opens up and here basically like a little beam scanner sweeps. And then it says, authorized user detected. And the ship comes to life.
I pretty much walk straight in.
Yep, and that's where we're gonna end it this week here on that because we need to also spend time to give everyone their initial links.
And I'm really sleepy.
For establishing this.
Yep. So, all right.
Instead of just stating it outright at character creation, we decided to roleplay through it.
You want to go first or last? I just want to know what you would prefer to do.
I don't know.
So I assume we're establishing links for like all
the party members. Yeah.
Yep, everyone with everyone.
What?
I'll go last.
Okay. All right. So, Zeistend, what is your feelings about what kind of link do you want with Laura?
I'm thinking a rivalry link. We seem to hit it off kind of roughly, and she held a sword to my.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
And I am having none of her shit.
All right, what's your link with Janok?
Janok. I think we're kind of like right now pretty good partners. I think. So probably a light link.
So I had to look at the screen to see how to spell that word. And probably for the hardest one, what is your feeling to Sahoy?
Sahoy, still kind of a mystery. So,
yeah,
I'm either thinking mastery or heart.
Okay. feel like
I
Heart
mean,
is going to be a little
I
more.
think Heart would be interesting because that way because you also recognize him as a person who doesn't seem to know a whole lot.
Well, there's only one character I'm thinking of for mastery, but I don't know what to think of the other two characters is the problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'm really
I
not
guess,
know Link if Dustin needs a moment to think about his Link.
Okay.
All right.
I know all mine.
All right. Why don't we go with you,
Obviously-
Jane?
I
So
think
what-
Laura is obviously a rival to me right now. I mean, I'm trying to be friendly, but she seems abrasive, so she seems to think our organizations are opposed for something. So I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to be chill with her,
Mhm.
but she's a nice person.
Yeah.
I definitely have with Dustin. I see myself as having a heart to heart with him. Actually, I do see a lot of me in him. We're both nobody. We both have blonde hair. We both work together as allies. So I definitely either have a heart or light type relationship with whatever you would say that would be.
What do you have currently? Like, these can get spent and changed and everything.
Well, I feel it's a little bit more at the moment light because we're allies and stuff.
Okay.
And then
for now.
it out nicely by saying Sohoy, I definitely feel a mastery with. Because
Yeah, I
as
definitely
someone who
feel
doesn't
that.
realize his past or connect, and I want to, maybe I will be serving as the master in this position of our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely what I agree with. That you were going to be. What did I do? Literally brought out something to teach. Okay.
All right. Here, 1 second. Here, I did. All right, there we go. Oops, I gave Janox a link towards Janox.
Obviously, I've linked with myself.
All right, and you said you had a master.
Link Smith is the best link. That being said, actually, yeah. Like, this is the moment also where if your character wanted to change that link, that would be it with the Link Smith power. Because I know when you form a link, you can change it. So like,
Yeah,
mastery is the most obvious one. If you don't want to mess with it, though, then
but yeah,
please.
I feel like it would make sense for me as a character as well.
Yeah.
If you're fine with mastery, it makes complete sense to me as a character.
Yeah, and also technically these are supposed to be kind of because you're also supposed to normally make a move when you try to make a link. So since you're getting these for free, none of your link moves trigger either.
Mm-hmm.
I know, it's a shame. Curses. Foiled again.
So Radical, you said you have a mastery link to Janox. All right. So what do you like? Do you have think of what this could be metagaming too? Like, what link do you think you will have with their characters in your own too?
I'm not quite sure. Because it is a little still not really close to them yet. I'm gonna go ahead and say light with Laura though.
Okay.
Seems pretty easy.
The owl at least is
prove in
entertaining.
time that my character is going to prove in time to be sort of a pretty good guy. So hopefully that will be conducive to light.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
and like you guys can have a different type of relationship with each other. Like,
yeah. I can think one thing of you. You can think one thing of me.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about?
I will probably like you. So light.
So,
Like, eventually my relationship with Laura might become light as well.
Yeah, like ours can change.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason
It's more,
initially
like,
I'm
right now,
rebuttaling
the
against it.
reasonings for ours is the fact that I don't comprehend that there is a difference between the two different organizations.
Oh, of course. That
Well,
makes
I
complete
mean,
sense.
it is. They are wearing the cloaks of the first organization, and then hinted there's another organization. So
Exactly. So it's more not. I don't trust them.
No. I completely get this out of metal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So what do you think? Do you think light, dark, mastery, or heart for Zeistund?
I don't know. He said heart to me, standing myself, but I don't Do you have any more to back that up, Zeiston?
Well, I was thinking like,
Because like I'd be amenable to doing that, but I kind of would like to know sort of what you think that would.
Yeah, and it might
I
be
was just kind of thinking, Dyson kind of sees a bit of himself in you, just because like,
Because
like,
you were lost at some point.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it could be just like, Sahoy is kind of at a point where he's kind of more of a kind of mirroring things at this point, where he hasn't had actual deep relationships in a long time. So he kind of just is mirroring back what is coming at him too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So if we did things completely wrong, we can completely corrupt the Chosen One because he's been
Basically, yeah. I mean, you have a person who
evil
changes
people.
memories in your party, so
Yep.
But not all memories.
no, not all the memories. No. But like, so if we wanted to go that direction, you could.
Yeah.
And the Chosen One actually is the Chosen One's abilities are actually very well like primed to someone trying to manipulate them.
Or rather,
ironic,
except for one big problem, because you took the knocks your head 3 times.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Anytime anyone tries to manipulate him, he gets to ask what you're really trying to do.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny part. If I really tried to mess with negative pride, he would know immediately.
So you want to get a heart link with Zeiston then?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Thank you.
There was actually a part where I was debating on actually becoming the dark, because I was like, yeah, I could see like myself going.
All right, and we'll quick go to Dyson because he says he's going to have.
I like how we're all nicely just all picking different link types with each other. It's very.
We're a diverse group.
I just almost gave you a heart link called Heart.
Oh baby, got the heart link with the heart.
I link with my own.
If you have a heart link with heart, does that mean Kingdom Hearts?
No.
Listen to your heart.
Can I have a link to Kingdom Hearts? Could I get a link to Kingdom Hearts?
Obviously, we need to go to
I think the only person who has a link to Kingdom Hearts, guys, is
get a link to Heart. There we go. Heart link to Heart.
Can I have a link to Kingdom Hearts? Can I make it a dark link? I hate Kingdom Hearts a lot. I want to hurt it. No.
All right. What's Laura's links here?
Okay. So I'm gonna go with dark light.
Okay. All right.
And I mean, hers will probably change over time. A lot of it is colored by her feeling for the organization right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you did immediately start arguing, and it didn't go super well, so.
Yes.
It's not like they instantly allayed your fears somehow. So you've got suspicion. We have a party filled with suspicion. And my character just like, hi, everyone.
You're the glue that holds the party together right now.
I'm here for some
Can
reason.
I form a link with my owl?
I'm going to actually be asking about that in a short bit. But now that you have all the links, you get to choose one of these links to lock.
Janox Mastery. Enjoy.
Yeah, I also feel that... I mean, I would also very likely say that's a link that would be very fitting for some time. I think I'll guarantee that, because Dustin's and my relationship might shift depending on like how we interact with each other. If Dustin keeps charging in combat...
Well, the locked links don't mean a link that doesn't change. Locked links means a link that's stronger. So because there was the memory thing, my character has sort of a stronger innate connection to you.
Okay, that's what a locked link means? Oh.
Yeah, I think that's
Dustin. I gotta lock my link with Zeiston.
Yeah, because they're a little. They can be a little harder to change, but especially not for a linksmith. But the idea is that a locked link can be spent without it going away.
Yeah. Whereas he's your old companion, so that makes perfect sense.
Which is ironic because the link I have with him is my worst. It's my worst stat right now. So
that's
I mean that just means it'll be good for your. That means when you sort of push through stress. It means that you rely more on sort of the friends in that instead of your own raw ability.
All right. What link does Zeiston lock?
I think I'm gonna lock my link with Laura. We kind of just hit it off on the wrong place, and she doesn't seem to have a very good view of pirates or organizations. Those are the two things I'm in. So,
All right. And Leslie, what does Laura lock?
I think I'm also gonna lock my link with Zeiston.
Just immediate enemies.
mm-hmm.
Well, I think they're going to be. I think they're going to
They're
stay.
frenemies.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is they're going to stay rivals, but the nature of that rivalry will change.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
'Cause I feel like part of it is
We're,
the conflict of.
It's kind of
just
interesting that it
personalities
starts
and
out
everything.
with staying rivals like that, because it means that like you can make the decide things on it based on the fact that now we are rivals. So everything else could be in that, at this point could be in that angle too.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
All right.
right now, Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Naruto and Sasuke and other Sasuke.
Does
I feel like our relationship right now is like she's the lawful good while we're more chaotic. We're not chaotic evil. We're definitely chaotic.
yeah.
That's where the difference between our personalities.
All right. So one last thing is, does anyone want to try to make a link with Archimedes?
No.
The owl?
No.
Well,
Yes.
obviously,
Not me. I didn't talk to him.
I did not have enough. I tried to flatter him, but
Like, so you can choose whatever type of link you want to try to make, and you're rolling to make a link here.
Right.
I have a
I think
mastery
I-
link with Archimedes.
What?
I have a mastery link with
Yeah,
Archimedes.
I will allow that
Archimedes
as a
one
pre-existing one, because he's literally a character brought in from your backstory.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe a
I spell it right?
rivalry link with Archimedes, because he was once
It's-
again
I
up
think
in my grip.
it's... Where's my shirt?
I
You
don't
can
know.
tell. Look for my shirt. I have a shirt that says it. I have a shirt that says Archimedes is my Patronus.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. I'll just type it in Google.
Yeah, I think there's an I in it.
And also, you should do as part of that. You should try to do an owl emote. Well, just
I
to
am
make
not-
it clear.
I don't know how alamotes go into XML files, so, and it broke when I put a space in there, so let's not risk that. All right, so you said you had a mastery with Archimedes, love?
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I assume Zeiston also should probably
So-
get a link with the Forgotten Master.
He had it. He spent it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you spend them? Okay.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Okay.
But locked ones don't go away when you spend them. Instead, whenever you roll a 10 plus with the stat, they they reset. All right, so Zeiston, you said you're going to make so if you want to make a dark link with Archimedes, roll with dark. Dark is your
All
best
right.
stat, isn't it?
Yep.
So add +1 to this roll.
Okay.
Plus-
7.
No, it's actually going to be higher. It's your dark +1, so you'd be adding
Oh, okay,
+3.
so-
So-
Alright, so then +3, that would be
Well,
a
That's a 10. So you make that dark link, and your link move goes off.
okay.
Which,
Let me look at what that does again.
when you make a link with a character that has a link of a different type with you, gain +4 to actions with you. I'm gonna say Archimedes. Yeah, because when you roll it, I think. Let me check with the 10 plus on make a link. This is the first time we're making a link, so you both get a link on one another. Archimedes actually has developed a mastery link with you.
Okay.
He wants to correct
Obviously.
you and teach you to do better, boy.
Oh, indeed.
Well, he can try, like...
Yeah, so you might want to write down that you have a +1 forward on your next roll against Archimedes.
Alright. I'll
Right,
write that down.
Right. And hopefully we'll once we get used to this, we'll be able to do this in the middle of the
Also,
Yeah.
if we're bringing...
I kind of
Technically-
wanted, like, the way I described my combat is kind of the way I wanted to do it, is I wanted to, like, see if I succeed or fail, and then be like, oh, if I do fail, then I do something that's going to fail.
That's
If
fine.
that makes sense.
Yeah, like you just gotta set
declare
up.
what I
Yeah, you just kind of have to set up what you're doing in the fiction, and then we can kind of narrate how it transitions into that too. You just gotta have it set up, and well enough. That's all.
Right. Well, I liked doing it in the direction I did it, where it's like, okay, I'm going to do this, roll to see how well it goes, and then I begin to do it.
Yep.
But I could do the opposite too, where I do an action and then.
All right. So does
I
anyone?
I don't know. I don't know which I guess is preferred in the way the game is played.
Yeah,
I
technically.
also want to bring up a small one, especially since I help specifically, is because you may not know it's me. It says when I make a link with someone, and I deliberately tried to help Sohoy, so shouldn't one of my official abilities on him? Because
no.
I literally establish a link with him.
The links for the party were basically links you were supposed to start the game with.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for creating.
I wanted a free locked link with him then.
Part of character creation, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Spoiled again.
Yeah, no, basically we just delayed it until the group actually met. So that you kind of had the personalities to bounce off one another.
I'm actually really glad we did, because I would not have been able to like knit an interesting different set of stuff with that.
But yeah, and last thing before I go to the outro script here, because I don't think anyone has any other links they want to make right now, right? All right, the camera kind of pans out.
I want to make a link with Stitch.
That is actually completely valid. You can make a link with Stitch.
He's a good boy.
You kind of have to explain why you feel that way you do, but like I don't want you out of
heart link, because I connect with my somebody had a connection with that character, so it would make sense.
All right, roll plus heart. Is heart your best or worst stat?
That is my best stat. That is the irony of my character. Because I may not ever use my heart links outside of excruciating circumstances, but dang it, I'm gonna have a lot of them.
No. What is your heart stat? Is it your best stat or your worst stat?
Yeah, it's my best stat.
All right, then add +1 to this. In addition to your heart, so it's your heart +1.
I thought it had a +2 though.
Well, it's your heart stat, whatever that is, one higher.
Yeah, you get an extra point because it's your best stat.
So like that?
No space, yeah, and no spaces on it. We'll still use that roll. So your heart stat is normally a +2.
Yes.
All right, in that case, you got a 10. So you both make links to each other, and your link move goes off. So, what are you changing Stitch's memories of?
What am I changing in his memories?
You don't have to, and you could also get to define what. And I'm basically gonna let you pick what link Stitch has with you.
You know what? I am going to need to connect with him. So as part of discovering myself, so I would like it if he would have a heart relationship with me.
Okay. You make Stitch feel feelings he doesn't quite understand.
Yep. Most feelings
like me. I'm a nobody. He's an experiment built to destroy things. Technically, to discover he had a heart. So, boom. We're made for each other.
Oh, and this is just an off thing, but probably should fix the layers on the screen. We've got Archimedes blocking Laura's face.
Actually, it was supposed to go in front of them, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Genox is the exception here, actually.
Because I'm going to get a lot of links.
Yep. I might, since we're actually seeing how much links people have in the art thing, I might play around with the style sheets on these a little.
Yeah. Maybe change the size or whatever.
Alright, any other links that we want to get made before we go here?
I think that's it for me.
Alright, yeah, because both Stitch and Archimedes are valid targets right now. And I'll try to be better about reminding people that, hey, you can make links with this person now and just define what kind of relationship you want to have.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be greedy because honestly, I've only had one meeting, so I'm not going to set a link with him just yet.
Oh yeah, and I'm just going to point out here, one of the player things it says for you to do as a players, make links when it feels right.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I really connected with Arcus yet. I tried to charm him. Basically, was
Yeah.
all like...
I'll actually read verbatim from the book here. To make links when it feels right, good at first impression, make a link. Someone does something that just barely frustrates you, make a link. Always look for a way that makes an immediate connection with the character, even when you know it will change. So
Yeah, so we're gonna be making lots of links probably. So.
making lots of
All
links,
the
spending
links.
lots of links. It's kind of the nature of the game. So, all right. So if we're done link smithing,
Yes, please.
all right. As always, you can join our Discord with the link down in the description to chat with us and discuss the channel or channel adjacent topics or whatever else you want to. You can also follow us on Twitter at Tales Across to get updates from us and be notified when the channel goes live. Finally, like and subscribe to get both future content and help us reach a wider audience. Right. And to those watching us in the past, present, and future, make a link roll. And good night.
I choose rivalry.
I choose light.
Nah, I hate the audience. Good night.
Hate the audience. Stop.